Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. So this is something that somebody had suggested. They had reached me on. I think it was Facebook or one of them. But this was and I like looked them up and I realized that they've been on like tour with like Clutch and all that. So I figured this ought to be interesting because thrash grass. Basically, thrash, bluegrass. No, I'm not kidding. You heard right, and that's what this is. Now, have you ever heard of that movie, Brother, Where Art Thou? There's the song "Constant Sorrow" that basically was what made the movie popular. I think the song was more popular than the movie itself. Funny movie though. Anyway, they have seen fit to mix this up. Now, if I'm right, I've seen this band do this with some other stuff. I'm not sure if this is the same band, but either way, we're going to check this out because this is basically Metallica's Harvester of Sorrow of Justice for All and Constant Sorrow from Brother, Where Art Thou? So you get Harvester of Constant Sorrow. The Native Howl. Let's check them out. I love how they use the blue shade.
I am a man, a constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days.
This is great, man.
And I bid farewell to the Motor City, the place where I was born and raised, the place where we were born and raised. Anger, misery, you suffer unto me.
This is great.
Harvester of sorrow, language of the man. Harvester of sorrow.
Nice.
You can't bury me in some deep valley for many years where I may lay.
It's like you could be Jason Momoa's cousin or something.
Learn to love another while I am sleeping in my grave. While he is sleeping in his grave. Anger, misery, you'll
This
suffer
is great,
unto
man.
me. Harvester of sorrow, language of the man. Harvester of sorrow.
This is cool, man. So, gentlemen. Dude. This is so awesome.
Oh, I've said their prayers, invade their nightmares. To see into my eyes, you'll find where murder lies. Infanticide. Harvester of sorrow. Language of the man. Harvester of sorrow. Language of the man. Harvester of sorrow.
It's so good, man.
Sorrow. Harvester of sorrow. Harvester of sorrow. Harvester of constant sorrow.
Dude. This, okay, now, it's great. I like the end. That's awesome. All right, now, the things like the shade, anybody Metallica fans out there will know, like Justice for All, like one had that blue kind of shade that they did in the video, which is a wink and a nod to that, because that being on the Injustice for All album. Just speaking of that album, while we're on the topic, just this was great. I have that on vinyl, and I be sure to put the bass back in every time I listen to it. I crank the bass way up just for you, Lars. No, in all seriousness, actually it sounds pretty good, and I'm not sure if it's actually been remastered or whatnot, but I don't I don't think I heard it on vinyl as much when I was younger, but it sounds a lot better than the CD or the tapes used to sonically. So take that for what you will, but I think, vinyl sonically is a lot better in a lot of different ways as is. But with today's technology and all the stuff we could do, like mix and match up. Now, I have a DJ friend, a friend in real life too. Sure, you have friends. I do. I got one or two. Okay, one, and then a bunch of cats and a dog. But he loves doing those mashup things, and he had one with like Tool and Taylor Swift, and I think he's done some where they've taken like disco tunes and mixed them up. I think there was like Earth, Wind and Fire mixed with Metallica. And it might have actually been the song. I don't know what song it was. I can't remember, but I remember that they're all done. It takes time, skill, and some talent to get that right. I mean, and some good software, because you need some good DJ mixing software to have the times and all that stuff and the sync to be allowed to happen. But you would be surprised what timings can, just be synced together. And yeah, this was great. I mean, if you were to tell me, hey, there's a thrash bluegrass band, I would just laugh at you. And now I'm still laughing, but not in disbelief. I'm laughing because of how awesome it is. Now, again, the tin can mic is right out of the movie, and in fact, I think that is what they're called, tin can mic. But at any rate, he does look like he could be like Jason Momoa's cousin there or something. But yeah, this is just great stuff, and I would also yeah, how they come in and do it. It takes a lot to mix these things up, and to make it work, and to have it be something that it's fun to listen to. Now, if you've watched this channel at all, you know that one of the genres we've really let's say folk you. That's awesome. Anyway, I've always kind of thought, now listening to flamenco, and being introduced to it via this channel, it's like the more I hear of it, and I've always been a fan of bluegrass, but like, it's like the more it's almost like bluegrass is like America's answer to like flamenco, because there are a lot of there's a lot of movement. Now, they share similarities in some ways, but it's like, you know, if you were to come up into America and be like, so what you got here for music? You got anything flamenco-ish? Be like, best I can do is bluegrass. Because, you know, with the banjos, and there's a lot of moving going on, a lot of plucking, a lot of things happening. You could see the similarities, and I don't think I ever would have hadn't if I had known about flamenco, or when I was younger, and also grew up with that the way I did, knowing about bluegrass and stuff like that, perhaps I wouldn't. But I think in a lot of areas, bluegrass takes some notes from the flamenco type players. Although flamenco, when you get into like the Blarius stuff, and all the different types, and we could go on. Like, I could sit here and talk forever about flamenco, and I'm just scratching the surface of it. Now, there are some artists that people don't consider flamenco, which I do, but I'm not from Spain, so I am not the one that gets to decide those things. But being from America and seeing something like this, it's just so cool that these two genres, and that's why I want to talk about flamenco for a minute, is because we've seen how that's like graduated in other areas and inspired all these other type areas where bluegrass is kind of, it's been bluegrass. And that's not to say that it hasn't, kept going through the years, but mixing it up with these other things and saying, yeah, let's take a Metallica tune and a bluegrass song and mix them together. And, of course, at first you'd get laughed out of the room, but then after a little bit more thought, you might be like, you know what, this might work. And it does. I mean, the way, there's probably a million ways he could have chose to do this, and I swear that drummer purposely had that like dumb look on his face or whatever. But This is just, come on, man. This is awesome. Now I gotta look into them more. I mean, obviously, if they're making it on tour with like Clutch and stuff like that, they're actually in the I believe that's like the proper audience that would really appreciate, because Clutch does have a mixed bag of different, heavy rock, and bluesy and just all sorts of different aspects in their music. There's never a boring Clutch album, and they're all different, and they all take you on a cool journey. And much like I'd imagine this band probably does with their music. Now I looked briefly through the YouTube. They have a lot of cool stuff, so definitely gonna have you linked up so you can also find that cool stuff. As per usual, we'll have y'all linked up to the video, all the other stuff. And please feel free to make some suggestions. We're trying to get back up on track. Sprinkle in some stuff with some backlogs, some new stuff, and trying to we're being pulled in a lot of directions, and yeah, real life has a tendency to do that as well. So yeah, but this has been a nice good breath of fresh air, and something, something different and cool that you're not laughing at it so much as laughing with it, because it is meant to be fun and funny, but very, very good at the same time. And the things that they did with this, it's like, to even like approach that song acoustically, I don't even think that's something like Metallica has ever even thought of, and then not to mention, like, yeah, we'll throw some banjo in it, it'll be great. You just I can imagine James Hetfield sitting there going, or what are you? Yeah. But I don't know if they've seen this, but yeah, don't show them because Metallica might sue them. But if they have, I'd be curious to see what they think of it, because yeah, they I know they've seen some other things that they were fans of and were pretty impressed with. But again, yeah, it could be a slippery slope there with letting Metallica know what other bands are doing with some of their material. So, yeah, but I would also urge you, if you are a Metallica fan, get those, and you like vinyl, those first albums on vinyl are a whole new experience, in my opinion, and a very cool way to listen to it. Especially, my favorite has always been Master of Puppets, and even more so listening to it that way. But it's like, it's kind of hard to pick, between, it's like the first four are like, those are my staple Metallica albums. There's been great stuff after that, but those are my core. Like, I can listen to every one of them albums right straight through. And now I got even more ways to appreciate it. So this is just, yeah, this is an embarrassment of riches right here. And if you get a chance to see these these cats live and in person, I would suggest doing it. I know now that I know the Native Howl is and who they are, I know I'm going to be on the lookout for when they're going to be at a venue near me, because yeah, this, you can't help but smile, at least. I mean, you got to be dead inside, not, I mean, this is great stuff, man. Just awesome. But yeah, Native Howl, man, awesome stuff. And I love the beginning part too with this. Hold on. There we go. It's stupid. That's good old comedy right there for you. All right, Native Howl, man. Check them out. And I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Like I said, as per usual, have you linked up to all the places. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all sorts of stuff in the music news and beyond in the music world. So, yeah, definitely leave us a suggestion to a band, artist, or somebody that you'd like us to check out, and we will get to them as soon as possible. Like, comment, subscribe to all the YouTube things, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day out there, everybody.